ladies and germs. Welcome to Dilettante Ball. I'm Johnny.
I'm Spencer.
Here on Dilettante Ball, we go on Wikipedia.
We click random article.
And we talk about it.
Yeah.
First, we're going to talk about something else. The GDB QR 2014. That's the Great Dilettante Ball Quarter Race 2014, where Spencer and I race each other and you, just so you can collect all 50-some-odd state quarters that have ever been released. Can I tell you something?
Yes.
I forget the name of the country. Ecuador. Ecuador uses the American dollar, but they
use the
made
American
their
quarter?
own coins. That's true, but all of their coins are the same denominations as our coins, and the same size, and the same shape, and the same weight.
They just have different dead people on them.
Yeah, basically.
Do they? Is it the actual? It's like George Washington dollar.
Yeah, they use the American dollar.
How is that possible? How is that possible?
I don't know.
That's really crazy.
Yeah,
So they don't make their own money. I mean, they make
their own
coins.
coins.
That sounds like the craziest thing ever. Like someone just found like a big box of dollars and like, hey, let's start a country here. Oh, let's try this.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, especially Ecuador. Ecuador is just like hanging out, like a crappy little country.
I can't. Well,
No offense to Ecuador.
I can't believe Obama allowed it.
Yeah, this is on his watch.
Yeah. So
Well,
that's
he's
crazy.
got 2 years left, so you better fix it.
So who knows how many quarters they've collected?
See, that's what the problem is. That's why I can't find any new quarters. It's
They're
because
all
they're all
in
over in
Ecuador.
Ecuador. Yeah.
So you don't have any?
I don't have
Me
any.
neither.
I am so disappointed in myself.
I'm disappointed in you too.
I-
Because nobody for a second thought I was going to win this.
No.
But
I mean, do you
we
remember how
were all-
rip-roaring I was in the beginning of the year?
We were all rallying behind you.
I was like, I feel like I was at 15 in the first like month.
That's where you fucked up.
Yeah, I flew too close to the sun. Damn.
Another thing we'd like to talk about is that you can catch us every Thursday from now until the first Thursday in December, except for Thanksgiving. So
Okay.
that's this Thursday, the following Thursday, off for Thanksgiving, then that Thursday after that. At the Conservatory, we're playing with the graduating classes of the Chicago Improv Studio. So Houndstooth, the show is 2 classes.
Yep.
From the Chicago Improv Studio.
As taught by Bill Arnett.
Yeah. And then Houndstooth as
Coached by
Bill
Bill
Arnett.
Arnett.
So check it out. The classes are great. Houndstooth is great
Yeah. Houndstooth is the improv team that Johnny and I are on.
with a
With
couple other bozos.
Yeah.
Cool. You want to get an article?
Yeah, let's get an article.
That's at the Conservatory in Chicago.
Which is the worst name of all time, right?
Well, it's the home of Korn Productions. So.
Oh, okay. So that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. What would you? What
I was
would
gonna
you
say,
do?
can I just say if we get another and just any Family Guy article, I'm gonna lose my goddamn mind. And also, I just want to. What is it?
No, we'll say.
I was gonna say, I'm glad that we made the executive decision not to kill ourselves, but we also did.
I'm not, but go on.
Oh, you're going to kill yourself. Okay. Well, what do we get?
This is like fucking cool.
All right, cool, good.
Youthanasia.
Yes.
Youthanasia.
Oh,
That
that sucks.
does it?
Yes.
Because it's a studio album by Megadeth.
Okay, I'm back in.
Youthanasia is the 6th studio album by American thrash metal band Megadeth, released on November 1st, almost a year to the day that we're recording this episode.
Happy anniversary, Youthanasia.
Yeah. This is the 20th anniversary of Youthanasia.
Wow, we knew this all along.
So today's the 8th, so we're a week late.
Yeah, sure.
Can't
Close
have everything.
enough. I mean, 20 years.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, the Beatles had like a whole damn month. Remember?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. It's like
Get
50
off your
years.
fucking
It's like,
high
come
horse,
on.
Beatles.
What did they ever do?
This album is not a large stylistic departure from the band's earlier recordings. However, it marked the continuing evolution of Megadeth, following the footsteps of the previous album, Countdown to Extinction. This album's title is a play on words,
What?
implying that society is euthanizing its youth.
Oh.
The cover art features
No,
an
it's not,
elderly
by the
woman
way.
hanging babies by their feet on a
That's cool.
seemingly endless clothesline.
That's awesome.
Yeah. That's
it's like-
check it out.
Yeah, I want to see the
It
picture
looks
of
like a
this.
really awesome Garbage Pail Kids card.
Oh, gosh. That's actually insane.
That's
This
cool
album
as
was
hell.
not a departure because it was already as fast and awesome as it could get.
Let's check the track listing.
Oh, yeah. Let's get some.
Reckoning Day.
Okay. Is it spelled WRECK?
I wish.
Okay.
Train of Consequences.
Okay.
Addicted to Chaos.
Chaos. K-A-O-S.
No. Oh, a French title.
Okay.
A tout le monde.
Oh, to the earth.
To everyone.
Ah.
The way you say everyone is tout le monde, which is all the earth. Like
Oh, so I
all
was
of,
right.
all of the, but that means everyone.
I get it.
But like
all
every,
the earth,
all of the, every, yeah. Elysian Fields.
Oh, that's a good one.
The Killing Road.
Yes.
Blood of Heroes.
Dude, this is dope.
Family Tree. The Titular Euthanasia. I Thought I Knew It All. Black Curtains. And Victory.
That's awesome.
And if you're lucky enough to live in Japan,
Oh, you got bonus album
the bonus tracks, Crown of Worms, which is cool as
Oh,
hell.
man.
Holy Wars, The Punishment Due, live. Symphony of Destruction, live.
Dude.
Sweating Bullets, live. If you're lucky enough to have bought the 2004 remastered edition, your bonus tracks include Millennium of the Blind,
Dude.
New World Order, demo, Absolution, and A Tout Le Monde, demo. And if the 2004 remastered bonus edition version of A Tout Le Monde, the has the accent over it, as it should, but it does not in the original version. So they
that's the only difference.
wised up after 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
Dude, that
This-
sounds like the most metal thing of all time.
yeah, this album sounds cool as fuck.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've heard any of these songs.
I don't know if I have either. I probably just went into a coma if I ever heard them. Like, it's too crazy.
It thrashes too hard.
Yeah, right.
There's I forget the name of the song, but there's like my favorite Megadeth song is Disconnect. It's Disconnect.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't think I can name any Megadeth songs.
Disconnect is
Yeah.
I'll play it for you when we're done.
Okay, cool.
And I'll sing it right now. Turn off your conscience. Leave the world outside. Nothing at all can ever make you feel that anything's real, so you just disconnect. And there's crazy drums too.
Oh, bad.
Oh man, it's so cool.
That sounds awesome. Man, that sounds great.
Yeah.
So let's see, 20 years ago, so it was 1994?
Yeah.
Okay. So it was like, it was right in the heyday when there was like,
yeah.
you know, we had the, Black Album came out then from Metallica, I believe.
Sure.
I think that was around that time. Maybe 92, maybe. Okay.
Megadeth was formed by the ex-bassist of Metallica. Is that true?
I don't know. I'll believe it, sure. Why not?
Okay. There you go. You heard it here last.
Yeah, 20 years later. Yeah, I wish I knew more of that, like, that era of metal, because I don't know enough. Like, you know, the foundation of metal.
Well, I feel like that's not really the foundation of metal.
Oh, well, I mean, the foundation of metal was like, you know, what would it even be?
Like Slayer and.
Well, no, that's what I mean. That was like those
that was
guys.
earlier.
It was like 88, 86 maybe.
That's almost 10 years before this Megadeth album.
What were the? That's true. What were the first?
And like Iron Maiden. Iron Maiden is from like the 70s.
They're not. Yeah. I guess I'm talking about thrash specifically.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, I can even. Yeah, you can go to Judas Priest and all that stuff. Yeah, 70s for sure with that kind of. Yeah, and that's when like Iron
Black
Maiden,
Sabbath.
Yeah, right, for sure.
Which Paranoid, that whole album is.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite albums. That album is so. I mean,
Well, it's only
I really like. Have you ever heard the White Album by the Beatles?
I haven't. Is it anything like Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band?
It's complete. It's a complete departure. It's a complete departure.
First of all, there's 2 CDs.
You know, it's not actually called the White Album.
Yeah, what's your favorite Weezer album?
That wasn't a joke.
No, I
That's
know that.
true. Okay.
What's your favorite Weezer album?
Pinkerton.
Oh.
Pinkerton or Bust.
Mine is probably Weezer.
Oh, is that the real name of Pinkerton?
No. Yeah. The blue album, the green album, the red album. That's what they're actually called.
Yeah.
But Pinkerton's actually called Weezer.
My favorite Weezer album actually is Maladroit.
Yeah.
I love that album.
I don't know that one well enough to comment.
What's your favorite Led Zeppelin album?
Gotta be In Through the Outdoor. That's not even true. I actually don't know because they all run together in my head. I know 4 is pretty crazy. I think 4 is like the classic.
You mean?
Is it symbols?
I mean,
Is that what it is?
the symbol doesn't have a name or whatever.
Oh, you mean if you would have spoke like ancient
So-so?
Egyptian- Yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah, I don't even know.
Oh, you mean feather? The symbol for the Olympics, Zoso and a pentagram. Yeah, that's my favorite Led Zeppelin album.
I love when bands do the shit like that. Like, oh, what's your favorite band? Oh, it's probably Chick Chick Chick. How do you spell that? It's 3 exclamation points.
Yeah. Well, you know, it can be any 3 syllables.
I did know that.
So
yeah.
you just like fart, fart, fart. Yeah, that's my favorite band. It's fart, fart, fart.
Yeah.
They are great. I saw them live once. It was one of the most fun shows I've ever been to.
That would be fun.
It was a party. It was a dang party.
Did you know? I may have mentioned this already, but it's kind of a fun story. Bob Dylan was on a record label, and he eventually got fed up with the label, and he wanted to get off of it.
Mm-hmm.
But they're like, "Hey, you owe us one more album, bud, and you're not going anywhere." And so he just like cranked out the 12 shittiest tracks on purpose, and was like, "Here, deal with it. I'm done." and like that album was like the worst album he ever put out, but it was on purpose.
That's the same thing that happened with the movie Yellow Submarine. The Beatles were like in a contract to do 4 movies, and they're like, "All right, well, we'll do it, but we're not going to do the voices, and it's going to be a shitty movie." And they didn't do the voices, and it's a crazy shitty movie.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? That's smart. I mean, it's the Beatles.
Yeah,
you know. I was reading.
Isn't it crazy that the Beatles, like the biggest fucking thing ever, were like stuck in a contract?
Yeah, that is the craziest thing ever. Yeah,
like we're literally bigger than Jesus.
Yeah, right.
And
right.
we have to make this dog shit movie, and we can't get out of it.
Nothing we can do about it.
We're the richest, most famous people that will ever be alive.
Right. Well, I mean,
and we have to make this garbage ass cartoon.
I mean, I feel like I'm always hearing people complain about the music recording industry, right? So, I mean, I guess it's like, oh, if the Beatles can't even do anything about it,
yeah, you're fucked. Yeah. You're fucked.
I was reading George Lucas. George Lucas asked for, when he was making the first Star Wars movie, he asked for a pay increase of $20,000, and they're like, no.
Well, because $20,000 in 1976 is like.
It was only equal to like $80,000 in like today's terms. It was like
that's it.
It
has to be.
It was like less than
$100,000. There's no way
in like 1977 money.
Yeah.
Regardless, it's not a lot of money.
In 1977, you could buy a car for like $2,000.
Yeah. Regardless, he wanted $20,000, and well, considering he's the director and the writer and like everything, I could see where he was asking for that.
Sure.
And they were like, no, we're not doing that. And he's like, okay, well, then can I have the licensing fee? Or the licensing, I want full licensing rights.
Sure, nobody's going to buy toys of this stupid-ass movie.
Right, and now here we are.
Oh, really?
Billions of dollars later. Like, yeah.
Can we talk a Star Wars scoop?
Yeah, I mean, a week after it came out.
Yeah,
sure.
well, whatever. They released the title. So I have to, and I'm going to do a Star Wars blast down, too, but that's in a minute. They released the title.
And the title is?
The title is The Force Awakens. Mm-hmm. That's for Episode 7 of Star Wars. I don't love the title. Still excited for the movie, but I don't love the title because the title is essentially Return of the Jedi.
How great will it be when that title is not real? It's like the Blue Harvest or whatever.
But they like officially announced it.
But what if they're still? I don't know. Yeah, I mean you're right. It's probably the title, but it'd be cool if they're like, no, we're just kidding.
Yeah, it's really
called. Yeah, like
it's
the Return
Darth Maul Returns.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Would be insane.
Star Wars 7. Boba Fett versus Darth Maul.
That's the fuck.
Yeah.
God damn it. That would be like the coolest
it's just like,
fucking movie.
It's just 2 hours of them fighting. And like recruiting people to like help them. Yeah.
Fuck.
That sounds pretty dope, right? Although Boba Fett.
I want that.
Boba Fett would be like 60 something and Darth Maul would be like 80 something.
Who knows how long Zabrak or Dathomiri,
whatever.
whatever's live. Yeah, I mean, who cares?
Who cares? Let's just do it.
It'd still be cool as hell. Because, Palpatine was like old as shit.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Whatever.
Yeah, who knows?
So I have excuse me. I have a blast down, a Star Wars blast down.
All right.
So there's this cartoon Rebels.
It's a cartoon called Rebels.
Yes, they're these cartoon rebels,
right?
And they're just making any kind of cartoons that they want. So it's a great cartoon. There's a character.
The Rebels is a Star Wars cartoon.
Yes. If you don't know that, just stop listening. Sorry, Mom.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I guarantee you, like, no one listening to the podcast even knows what Rebels is.
Well, first of all, there's no one listening. Second of all,
I proved my point.
So anyway. There's a character who's like a young Jedi guy. He's a kid who's learning to be a Jedi, but he doesn't. He's fresh. He's a fresh Jedi kid. So instead of a lightsaber right now, his weapon is like a stupid ass slingshot, which is whatever. So I was walking through Target with you. Actually,
yes.
we were walking through Target together,
right? And
I was like, "Oh, cool, Star Wars toys," and the fucking toy for Ezra, which is this kid's name, has a lightsaber. So first of all, I know that he gets one, which I know is going to be a huge plot point.
Right.
And I know what it looks like. I thought I could go shopping and avoid
having...
spoilers in a store,
Right.
but no. How crazy is that?
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Fuck.
It's like, the new toy releases in 1981. It's the Darth Vader doll, the
Father of Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, exactly. You're right.
He says all the greatest catchphrases like, Luke, I am your father. And
Join me.
You blow up the second Death Star.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
And it's not even like I waited to like watch the cartoon. You know, like
you're up to date.
I'm up to date.
And that toy is just out now. Right.
That proves that the good people at Star Wars are money grubbing so-and-sos, and
the good people at
kids
Star Wars
are just so fucking stupid that they'll play with a toy with accessories that don't even make sense.
Right. New Leia Organa with bazooka,
well, they make fucking Transformers Star Wars toys where Darth Vader transforms into a Star Destroyer, which is insane.
Awesome. It makes no sense.
It's crazy.
How small is a Star Destroyer, or how big is Darth Vader?
Darth Vader's huge.
Like miles long.
Also, this is whatever, but I'm officially announcing it. This is something that I've told my close friends for a while, but I am officially announcing it right now. I am on full Episode 7, The Force Awakens embargo mode right now.
Right.
I am not. The title. There's no way to avoid the title of the movie.
Like literally that day, like 4 different people wrote on your wall and told you the title.
Yeah, and I was like, get out of my apartment.
Yeah, the scrolling it on your wall.
Stop writing on my wall. But I'm avoiding all spoilers. I don't know any characters beyond obviously Luke Skywalker,
right,
Princess Leia, Han Solo, and Chewbacca, and I'm
C-3PO.
sure C-3PO and R2-D2. Yeah. Everything else, I do not want to know. I'm not even going to watch a trailer, and I'll tell you why. Because the trailer for the Phantom Menace.
Yeah, this is a good reasoning. I like this reasoning.
If you watch the trailer for the Phantom Menace, you see Darth Maul's double-bladed lightsaber. Like it shows him with one side on, and then he turns the other side on in the trailer.
Which at that point was
insane.
I'd never seen. Yeah, that's a crazy thing.
And that movie's not great, and that's the coolest part of that movie.
So imagine being in the movie, having never known that was a thing, and seeing him turn it on, losing your fucking mind.
Yeah, it's not this bad, but it's almost like
if you had Yoda fighting in the trailer for Episode 2.
Oh, which I'm sure that they had.
Ugh.
What I was gonna say is having Darth Vader say, "No, I am your father."
Yeah, right.
Like in the trailer,
the
secret reveal.
Right.
No, I am your father. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, exactly. Right.
It's not that bad,
but the pivotal, coolest point of the whole movie, is ruined in the trailer that came out like 6 months before the movie.
The coolest point of the movie is in the middle of the duel when Darth Maul like lifts up space trash and throws it at the button to open the door behind him. He like lifts it up with the Force. Do you remember that?
I do remember that.
Oh, it's so fucking cool.
That's the coolest point.
Because he's like,
it's cool for sure.
He's like in the thick of it fighting, and he's like, I gotta get through this door. So with the Force, he just lifts up this trash and opens it like without missing
looking,
a beat.
You're right. That is pretty cool when
awesome
when you say it like that. Yeah.
Just like the coolest part of Empire is when they walk into the dining room and Darth Vader's there, and Han Solo just takes a shot at him.
Everyone's just like, ah, and like kissing their pants. And he's like, fuck this. I'm shooting my way out of this. I ain't getting caught.
And then maybe in an even cooler move, Darth Vader just puts up his hand and
catches the fucking blaster bolts with his bare hand.
This has been the Star Wars Hour. Send your Star Wars questions to @dilettanteball, DILETTANTEBALL, # The Force Awakens, I guess.
Sure, yeah, why not? We'll definitely find those.
Yeah.
No one else is talking about.
We'll answer everything # with The Force Awakens.
I got nothing better to do. I'll just sit around all day and look up those tweets. Star Wars is great.
Okay, thanks, Dan111118. Shout out to you.
All right, next up we got Dan11119. Dan has made 20,000 puppet accounts just to talk about Star Wars.
With himself.
Yeah. What's can we real quick, that reminded me somehow of the election that America just had, the midterm election. Are you familiar with America in the election we
I
had?
think I've heard of it. That's like the continent with like Brazil and Chile in it, right?
Essentially, yeah.
Okay.
We just elected like a bunch of like shitty people.
Sure. I will say it sucks. I mean,
It does.
this is a non-partisan podcast.
Sure.
But it does suck. But it's the 6th year of Obama's term,
Mm-hmm.
so it's not super unexpected.
That America would react like this.
Yeah, it's like, well, we're 6 years of this
Right.
this socialist
This dummy, and he ain't fixed nothing.
Yeah.
Right. Unknowing that it's just been complete gridlock for the last like 6 years. Yeah.
So at least I'd rather have awful things getting done than nothing getting done.
Yeah,
That's-
right.
That's not true, but
I'd rather die quickly than slowly.
I'd rather die I'd rather die from getting shot by my son with my gun that I didn't lock up properly than at one of Obama's death panels.
I mean, that's essentially what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. This has been the Politics Hour.
I'm about wiped out with that topic. I don't know.
Voting was really cool, actually. But I was upset that I didn't get a sticker.
Yeah, I got a piece of paper. It was like,
Yeah.
you voted. I was like,
Okay.
I guess. And it had like 6 different languages on it.
Yeah.
I thought this was
English,
America.
please. Yeah. But apparently the reason they don't have stickers is because people were like, as they were leaving the polling places, were just sticking them on the walls and shit.
Of course, because the same people that are voting in idiots into office are the same people who are like, oh, look how fucking funny I am. Dude, I saw a video the other day of like one of those street performers that's like a robot, like I'm all dressed in silver
Sure.
and moving slowly. And some dude, it was like in Australia,
Oh,
and some dude was like walking up and was like touching him in the face and like giving him like wet willies and shit.
I hope the dude fucking punched
He
him.
hauled off and punched him in the damn nose, dude. It was
Oh,
awesome. It was
that's
so
sick.
satisfying.
And then I bet everyone gave him like mad money, like they tipped him like crazy.
People like were being interviewed like later, and they're like, "Yeah, he deserved it." Like,
Oh, that's so cool.
yeah, it was great.
If only the guards at Buckingham Palace could do that.
Can they not? No, they can do something like that.
I feel like they can.
Like if you touch them, they're allowed to hurt you.
Oh, that's so fucking.
Yeah.
I know that they can, because they have to stand still, but they're allowed to take like 10 paces west and then 10 paces back or whatever.
Okay, sure.
To like get their jimmies out or whatever.
The Jimmy's unwrestled.
Yeah, but I don't know the protocol with like.
To my knowledge, if they get touched, they're allowed to.
They can
react.
lay you out.
Yeah. Oh, and I bet like it only happens like once a day. But like all that pent up like frustration. Yeah. Probably just mess people up, dude.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. And have you seen our guns, by the way? They're not like, old-timey guns. It's like M16s.
Yeah.
Like crazy fucking guns.
With like a laser
Yeah,
sight
like
and shit.
a serrated knife, like bayonet. Like really crazy.
It's not. It's like an electric turkey.
Oh, yeah.
knife.
Like, just sawing through bone. Shouldn't have
Yeah.
touched them.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I want like a supercut video of just like
the guards like laying people out.
yeah.
That would be-
Ugh.
I'm gonna go find one. I hope there is one.
That's like my dream.
yeah.
Is to just
To be there and
just
see
watch
it happen.
that.
Yeah. Man. All right, let's do it. Like, we need to go to Buckingham Palace and then we'll just like push people into the guards.
so that they get hit.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So smart.
Tourists.
These idiots. I don't know. Have you been to Buckingham Palace?
Yeah.
Me too. Did you go inside?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't.
Their
A lot of tea.
their dinner was not great. No, I've never been inside.
Oh, okay. Can you tour the palace?
Yes, but only in like September, I think, when the Queen is at her vacation home.
Wow. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, because she, just lives there.
Yeah.
But I have been inside.
Versailles.
Yeah, actually, which is probably the craziest place I've ever been. I want to live in that. It's nutty.
Okay.
I forget what it's called. It doesn't matter.
Dungeons.
Dungeons.
It's the dungeon.
London Dungeon. London's haunted attraction. That's real. Jessica wouldn't let me go.
Too spooky.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
You would stay there. I live here now.
I don't know what it's called, but it's like her vacation home in Scotland. I feel like it's like the Holyrood house. I
Okay,
might
sure.
be right. So that's just where she lives when she's on vacation. When you can tour
The palace.
the real deal.
Okay. Did you?
Nuts.
So you went inside her vacation
yeah.
home?
It's nuts.
What is it? Smaller or it's? I mean, it must be smaller, right? It's a vacation home.
I don't know. I don't know how big Buckingham Palace is. I've never been inside.
I assume it's big.
Probably.
I don't know. Or you know what? They live very frugally. They're the queen and the king, and or is it even the king? Prince
The
Regent.
Duke.
What's his name?
The Duke.
That's so weird. I don't know how any of that works.
Well,
Fire 'em all.
because it's stupid.
But they actually do have power, maybe.
They can cut ribbons at department
Costco's.
store openings.
Right. Yeah.
Hard rockers Chumbawumba have a song about, because they're like actually crazy anarchists.
Yeah.
So they have a song about getting rid of the Queen.
Okay.
But it's called Her Majesty,
Okay.
like the Beatles song.
Okay.
And the beginning of the song
Starts
is
the same.
Her Majesty. So they just do Her Majesty and then add like more verses. But the first verse sounds exactly like the Beatles.
That's
version.
pretty awesome.
It's cool.
I feel like I never listened to Chumbawumba really, but I always heard that they put out really awesome music, but the only hit they had was the I get
Tub
knocked down.
thumping.
Tub thumping, exactly right.
Which is they
a
made as
total
like a
fluff.
joke. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a good song though.
it is a good song.
Like in my head, even though I know it's a totally different song, but in my head, like when I think of tub thumping, when I think of tub thumping, I immediately think of the dancing baby. Like those are like linked in my mind.
Yeah, I feel like that was the same era.
Yeah, for sure.
What was that from? Ally McBeal?
Well,
I don't know what that is or why I know it.
It wasn't. I don't think it was originally from Ally McBeal, but then I
Okay.
think Ally McBeal made it like a thing.
Okay, she was
don't
a unfrozen caveman lawyer.
I think so. She's married to, in real life, Callista Flockhart is married to Harrison Ford, or was. I think they're still married.
Well, until Harrison Ford's accident where he broke his leg.
I can't be with a man with a broken leg.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
I need a real man.
Mark Hamill.
Yeah. I'm married.
Is he married?
Yeah.
To
He's
Carrie
got
Fisher,
like
right?
kids and stuff. Yeah, which is weird because they played brother and sister.
Yeah, that's really weird.
You know who I think is probably like a like gross pervert?
Who?
Peter Mayhew.
Oh, I think he is too. The guy who plays Chewbacca.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's like.
I feel like he has a bunch of not nude pictures of women on his computer, but really close to being nude.
Yeah, like erotic.
Yeah, right.
Where it's like, oh no, it's art. Well, no,
Yes.
you're still jerking
Yes.
off.
Right. Like if he played Magic, which I'm sure he does, his card sleeves would be those women.
Oh, do they make like
Yeah,
sleeves
they
with
do.
designs on? No,
Yeah.
they don't.
It's like a big problem. Or it's not like a ton of people that do it, but there's always one person at each shop, and every single person is like, "Fucking stop it!" And they just it's art. What's wrong with art? It's a female body.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, it does suck.
Ugh.
But it's one guy out of every 1,000. But
and then meanwhile, everyone else has either blank ones or like Adventure Time or
yeah,
something.
exactly, funny little jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be right, the like a Doge picture or something.
Or everyone is is a different picture of a packet of hot sauce from Taco Bell with the sayings on them.
What just made you think of that?
I don't know.
That's what you would have.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Eat me, I'm hot.
Right.
Or
Eat me, I'm hot.
Yeah.
Eat me, I'm hot. Yeah, I've seen people there's sleeves that have just pictures of the Black Lotus, the craziest card ever. So all the cards look like they're just Black Lotuses.
That's really funny.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. There's
that's
a bunch of scummy dudes, that like to play Magic. I mean, 99% of Magic that dudes that play Magic are cool. Or I mean, they're not cool, but you know what I mean. They don't have.
they're fine.
You're right. They don't have anime vampire girls with their boobs hanging out. Whatever. It's cool. It's tasteful. It's women.
It's the female form.
Are you? Yeah. What's your problem?
I got a naked woman tattooed on my penis.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy.
That would be really crazy.
Where would you
Get a naked woman tattooed on my body?
Yeah.
Probably. It'd be like Pete and Pete style. It'd be on my forearm, so I would make her dance.
That's cool as hell.
Yeah, for sure. What about you?
On
Where's yours right now?
my penis.
Oh, straight up.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about those slidey pens where you slide it one way and then their clothes fall off?
Yeah. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, I feel like you get those. The only place to buy those is Vegas, probably.
Yeah, that makes sense. I was thinking Mexico.
Speaking of Vegas.
Yeah.
So you may or may not know, and listeners may or may not know, that I'm a huge fan of Ghost Adventures.
I think we know.
So the main dude, Zak, what's his last name?
Braff.
Zak Braff. The main dude, Zak Braff, and his best friend, Donald Faison.
Tuck Tuckerson.
Shit, what's his name? It's whatever, it doesn't matter. Zak Braff.
Turk Turkleston. That's what it is. That's a Tuck Tuckleston. So close.
I found out the other day that he lives in Las Vegas, and I was like,
Turk?
that's perfect. No, Zak, the Ghost Adventures guy.
From Scrubs.
Yeah.
Okay. The janitor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The janitor from Scrubs lives in Las
The
Vegas.
janitor from Scrubs lives in Las Vegas, and he commutes to California to film Happily Ever After, whatever the fuck show he's on.
I'm losing the thread of this really
with,
badly because of my own fault.
With the wife from Everybody Loves Raymond. Suburbia.
Sure.
Suburbia.
How many of these things that you just said and what I just said are real? Everything you said is real.
One thing I said was real, and that's that Zach from Ghost Adventures
lives in Las Vegas. Which
is like so perfect because
he's like a total bro. Like
yeah, I mean his wardrobe consists solely of Ed Hardy shirts,
like Affliction shirts. Yeah. What is Las Vegas? Is all of Las Vegas like that, or is it just like the Strip? Like, is it just like one small section of Las Vegas?
I feel like it's probably just one small section of Las Vegas, but also. How big is Las Vegas?
I don't
Because
know.
I feel like it's not big. I feel like it's the Strip. Like that's the whole city.
Like it was a desert and someone just plonked down.
Yeah. So maybe the land area of Las Vegas is big, but people only live in like the Strip and
the sewers underneath Las Vegas. You know about that?
What?
There's like a whole underground.
No, there's not.
Yeah, of like people who just don't have homes or whatever and just live in the underground sewers. Like,
That's awesome.
and by sewers I mean like they're very big, open, like cavernous sort of like
Ninja Turtle style.
Yeah, like tunnels. Yeah, exactly, like Ninja Turtle style. Yeah, and people just live down there.
No shit.
Yeah, and like every once in a while when it rains, like it gets flooded out.
Rain dogs,
rain dog millionaires.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's.
So there's like a whole. There's probably like a Vice documentary about it.
I'm sure.
So
I don't know if I've talked about this on the podcast or not, but one of my favorite things, or whatever, one of the most interesting things to me, is this city in China. It doesn't exist anymore, but it's Kowoloon Walled City.
Yeah.
And it was just this, like, absolutely lawless city in the middle of China. Because of like disputes over ownership, like whatever, China and England, like I own it, no, I own it. Okay, nobody owns it.
Sure.
So then just
so,
this
no one ever.
This like 1 mile square plot of land just became like,
there's no like building codes. There's nothing going on.
Yeah, and since they couldn't expand outward, they just expanded up, but there were no building codes, so people
were just like
haphazardly
building
whatever. It is insane.
And the population density was crazy, right?
Yes. It was like, I mean, like, 2 million people in like a square mile.
Right.
It's crazy.
And wasn't it like controlled by drug lords or something? Or
I mean, I'm sure.
Yeah,
and then there were a bunch of like unlicensed doctors who worked like just inside the city, so people from outside the city could go and like get cheap dental work or whatever.
Right, because they just came at them with a hammer.
And you could like, because the buildings were not built up to any codes, like they were all leaning and shit, so you could like, if you were on the ground, like at the street level, you like couldn't see the sun
because everything was like leaning on top of each other,
and like water would just drip from pipes that like ran there were just like pipes and wires,
right?
Like running all everywhere.
People were just like stealing water from each other, like straight up running gutters into each other's sinks.
It's crazy. And then they like in like the 90s, they just tore it all
like,
down.
Oh, what happened here? Ooh, let's tear this down.
It's nuts.
And just killed everyone.
Pictures. Have you seen any pictures from it?
I think I have, yeah.
Man, it's crazy.
So they tore it down and what?
Paved Paradise put up a parking lot.
Yeah, I hear that, man. Jeez. Smell you later.
If someone said, "Hey, I'll give you $50 if you know that guy's name," I'd say,
"Yeah,
it's Ethan."
You would say it confidently.
Yeah, it's Ethan.
Yeah, no,
it's not
Freddie.
This has been a Peaches and Hot Sauce presentation.
Peaches. Hot sauce. 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 Peaches. Hot sauce.
Got your peaches